Hey everyone, welcome back, or if you're new here, I'm so glad you're here today because we're diving into one of the most fun and flattering parts of makeup. How to glow up with bronzer, blush, and highlighter. I get a lot of questions about how to apply these products without looking muddy, patchy, or just plain overdone. So today I'm giving you my full step-by-step beginner-friendly guide. I will cover everything, the best products for different skin types, and I'm going to do a full demo on both sides of my face so you can see cream versus powder versus liquid in action. So I am ready to show you how to get that perfect sun-kissed, fresh-faced glow. So let's get started. I first start with concealer, applying it with my finger to any areas that need extra coverage. Then I move on to foundation. I am using a medium coverage liquid foundation. You want to choose something that feels comfortable on your skin, not too heavy or cakey. I like to dot the foundation in small amounts all over my face, forehead, cheeks, nose, chin. Then I take a damp beauty sponge and start pressing it into the skin. The key here is to press and bounce, not drag or rub, so you get smooth, even finish that blends seamlessly into your skin. If you want more coverage in certain areas like redness or blemishes, just add a tiny bit more foundation and press it in with a sponge. After foundation, let's start with bronzer because it's the base for warmth and dimension. Bronzer is not contour, it's not about creating harsh shadows, but about mimicking the way the sun naturally kisses your face. I pick up the brush, tapping off excess on my hand so I don't overload. I am applying it just above my cheekbones, starting near the ear, sweeping it lightly under but not too low because that can drag the face. I am using it in circular motion rather than dragging so it blends seamlessly into the skin. I also warm up my forehead near the hairline, which makes the whole face look sun-kissed. And I bring a tiny bit under my jawline and on the sides of my nose just to balance. On the other side, I'm using powder bronzer with a fluffy angled brush. I take a little bit of powder bronzer and gently tap off the excess from the brush. This helps prevent patchiness and gives a more even application. I lightly apply the bronzer to the areas where the sun would naturally hit, so same placement but with gentle flicking motions and building slowly. Powder tends to blend out softer and is great for oily or combination skin. It creates this lovely soft diffused warmth. You'll see the cream side looks more skin-like and radiant, the powder side more soft matte. Both are beautiful finishes and you can even mix textures depending on your skin and mood. Now onto blush. My personal favorite step because blush literally brings life back to your face. It's what gives that fresh, healthy flush. There are so many types of blush and today I want to show you cream, powder, and liquid blush because they all have different textures and finishes and knowing how to use each one is key. Let's start with liquid blush, which can be tricky but also gorgeous. I am using this liquid blush that has a watery serum-like texture. I put a small drop on the back of my hand. Never go straight from the applicator to your cheek with liquids because they are super pigmented and you can overdo it fast. I'm picking it up with a damp makeup sponge and pressing it into the apples of my cheeks, slightly lifted towards my temples. Liquid blush melts into the skin and gives this fresh, juicy flush. It's perfect if you want a natural glow or if you have dry skin because it looks super dewy and fresh. You can also layer it under foundation for a subtle flush from within. On the other side, I am applying cream blush with my fingertips, tapping it onto the apples of my cheeks and blending it upwards towards the temples. Cream blush has a thicker texture than liquid and gives you more control over placement. is great for dry or mature skin because it won't cake or settle into the fine lines. Cream blush is a blush product with a creamy blendable texture, usually in stick, pot, or compact form. It melts into the skin, making it look like the color is coming from within rather than sitting on top of your makeup. Finally, for that classic polished look, I'm going in with powder blush on top of my set side using a soft tapered brush. I am applied in the same lifted shape and pressing it lightly. Powder blush is amazing for oily skin or for setting cream or liquid blushes so they last all day. You can even layer powder over liquid or cream for longer wear. All three types give different results. Liquid is sheer and glowing, cream is soft and dewy, and powder is matte and airbrushed. You can mix and match depending on your mood and skin type. Alright, now that we have warmth and color, it's time to add light with highlighter. This step can make your skin look radiant and dimensional, but too much or wrong placement can look obvious or glittery. On the cream liquid side, tapping it gently onto the tops of my cheekbones, right above where I put blush. I am also adding a tiny bit on the tip of my nose and my cupid's bow. Using fingers here helps me control placement and blend seamlessly into the skin. If you want, you can add a tiny bit to the center of your forehead and chin for an all-over glow. But if you have oily skin, go light there. Look at the difference a stick highlighter makes. It adds such a beautiful, natural-looking glow to the high points of the face. When you swipe it across your cheekbones, the bridge of your nose, brow bones, and even a touch on the cupid's bow, it instantly catches the light and gives your skin that healthy lit from within radiance. Stick highlighters are super easy to apply and blend. Just dab it on and use your fingers or a sponge to melt into the skin. The creamy texture makes it perfect for layer over cream blush or foundation without disturbing the base. On the powder side, I'm using a fan brush to apply a soft champagne powder highlight in the exact same places. Powder highlight is great for building up slowly and for a more controlled shimmer. If it looks too intense, grab a damp sponge and press over it to soften the glow. For a finished touch, I like to add a little highlight under the brow bone and in the inner corner of my eyes. It brightens and opens up the face beautifully. Now the secret to making everything look effortless and natural is blending. I am taking a damp sponge and gently tapping the edges between bronzer, blush, and highlights so there are no harsh lines, or you can use a clean foundation brush. This step really pulls the whole look together. If you feel like any color or glow faded too much during blending, don't hesitate to add a light layer again. Always build slowly rather than starting heavy. It looks more natural and easier to fix. And there you have it, your complete beginner-friendly glow routine with bronzer, blush and cream, liquid, and powder forms, plus highlighter tips. Whether you prefer the skin-like dewiness of cream and liquid or the classic soft matte powders, this routine will help you look sun-kissed, fresh, and radiant. And best of all, confident in your own skin. If you loved this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more tutorials, and drop a comment below telling me which blush texture you want to try or if you have a favorite glow product. Thanks so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye!